Hey guys, it's me, Carolyn Scott-Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and happy Thanksgiving. Today I'm combining the two most popular pies of Thanksgiving. I'm making a pumpkin maple pecan pie. So we're gonna make our pumpkin pie first and then make our delicious, crunchy, ooey gooey, sweet pecan topping afterwards, and then we're gonna enjoy it. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need 1 can of organic pureed pumpkin, 1 cup of soy milk, almond milk, cashew milk, whichever kind of milk alternative you like. I tend to use sweetened milks for the desserts, but you can use unsweetened because we're gonna add in so many other sweet things. We're using a sweetened soy milk today. 2 egg replacers. I'm just using Energy. You can use a flax egg, you can use a chia egg, whichever you like. The reason why I like these is because then it won't leave any grittiness behind like a flax or a chia egg would. A 1/2 cup of maple syrup, a 1/2 cup of cornstarch, a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. You can use organic sugar, you can use brown sugar. It will give it a deeper, richer color and taste. We're just using regular organic granulated sugar. You can use a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla bourbon extract or pecan extract. Pecan extract is a little tougher to find. You can get it online. It will give you that perfect Thanksgiving flavor, but if you don't find it, I love using a vanilla bourbon extract, and that's what we're using today. We're gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, ground nutmeg, ground ginger, and a little bit of salt to counterbalance the sweetness. For the maple pecans, you're gonna use a cup of halved pecans, sugar, and maple syrup. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we've already gotten our oven ready to 350, preheated, and we're using a pre-made pie crust just because it's a little like a semi-homemade, makes things a little easier. If you make your own pie crust, that's fantastic. This is just a vegan graham cracker crust pie crust to make things a little easier around the holidays because it's tough to do everything from scratch. But you can make your own. And you know what's really good with this is a chocolate pie crust. You can do your own crushed Oreo pie crust. Yum. I love chocolate pumpkin pie. But we're going a little more traditional today, just a plain old graham cracker crust. So we've got that ready to go, and we're gonna put it on a pan, just in case once we put it in the oven, it drips over. It's nice to catch everything on the pan and not drip into your oven. So now all we need to do is put everything into the dish. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our pumpkin. It smells so good. As soon as you open the pumpkin, and you can puree your own pumpkin as well, but we're using an organic canned one. Again, trying to make things a little simpler around the holidays, but this just makes the entire kitchen smell like Thanksgiving. We're gonna put in our milk. We're gonna put in our egg replacer, and make sure that you have it already pre-mixed so that it gets nice and thick and gelatinous like an egg so that it binds everything together. Get that guy in there. Then, of course, secret ingredient of Thanksgiving and the holidays, maple syrup. Our cornstarch. Again, that's gonna thicken it up and make it that nice, dense, cheesecakey consistency of pumpkin pie. Of course, sugar. And then, all the flavors. We've got our bourbon vanilla. Got our cinnamon. Oh, already smells like pumpkin pie. Got nutmeg, got ginger. You can use, if you want to save some time, you can use pumpkin pie spice because it's got all that stuff in there. But I like really putting all my stuff in so that I can control the flavors and the amounts and that sort of thing. But if you want to go easy, just throw some pumpkin pie spice in there. And then we're using a 1/2 teaspoon of salt because salt in baking is what brings out the sweetness. So you always need that as your secret ingredient. All right, so now we're just gonna blend everything up and we're gonna go ahead and toss it in our pie tin. I tend to use immersion blenders a lot in the kitchen just because it's so much easier than transferring everything out of the blend into the blender or the food processor and out, because trying to get all the every little last bit out of the blades is a pain. So this is just so much more convenient. Make sure you pulse it, or do it in the sink if you like, to make sure you don't splash yourself. All right, so it's all blended up nice. You wanna make sure everything's fully incorporated, no chunks of cornstarch or anything like that, because all the flavors are very important. So all we're gonna do is just put it in our prepared pie tin. We've got our oven ready to go, preheated at 350. And now, and all just goes in, easy peasy. And again, a lot of people think making a pie at home is really labor intensive. Pumpkin pie is super easy and tasty, and it'll blow everyone's minds how yummy it is. So again, we're putting this on a pan just in case it bubbles over a little bit. It tends to do that when you really fill it high. So just make sure you level it, put it on a little pan, and now it's time to bake. Okay, so while I was making the pie filling, I was roasting the pecans. All you have to do is put your pecans, about a cup of pecans, onto a cookie sheet, put them to roast for about 7 to 10 minutes. Then, once they're ready and your pie's already in the oven, you're gonna take the roasted pecans and you're gonna drizzle maple syrup all over them. And then we're gonna just kind of mix them up to make sure they're all evenly coated. Then we're gonna toss them back in for another 7 to 10 minutes. And then we douse them in sugar, and then we top our pie with it, and it is ready to devour. So once they're all evenly coated, you're just gonna pop them back into the oven real quick, and then it's sugar time. So once the pecans are out, then you're just gonna put them in a bowl, and you're gonna drizzle some sugar on them. I've already lightly dusted. And because that maple syrup that's nice and chewy now, it's gonna pick up all that sugar, and this is gonna look so pretty on top of our pie. All right, our pecans are ready, so we're gonna set them aside, and we're gonna get our pie out, let it cool a little bit, and then top it. All right, so we let our pie chill for a little bit. You don't want it too cold, but just let it cool a little bit, because otherwise it's gonna sink, and then it's gonna make all the pecans mushy. So we're just putting our little bit of pecans in to fill it in and make it look beautimous. And that's it. You've got your vegan pumpkin maple pecan pie ready for a lovely Thanksgiving dinner, or any other holiday dinner for that matter. Well, if you like this recipe, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to Healthy Voyager TV right up here. Make sure you go to healthyvoyager.com and follow me at Healthy Voyager on all social media platforms, from Facebook to Pinterest to Twitter and everywhere online, Healthy Voyager. Be sure to leave your comments and your suggestions below. And I'm gonna go enjoy this with my Thanksgiving friends, and I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Bye.